Alright. Now, Ben was the one asking me if I was gay more than once, and we had to get into physical altercation about it. King was the one who got electrocuted about in training, remember? Exactly. So I thought he was trying to get revenge on me. That's where the paranoia part of the mental illness kicks in because of what happened on the job, right? Not, not just the church messing with me about masturbation. That was part of it too. Right. We were taught not to do that in Georgia. Right. 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 Two. We were taught that was the mortal sin. You're going to hell. But guess what? Moses didn't exactly say that in the Hebrew. No. He talks about doing it by yourself or with a woman. One you figure out easily, one you don't. It still talks about spilling your seed. One talks about your naked skin. The other talks about doing it in a woman. How else can you do it? But you're not getting what Moses is allowing you to do that, right? Are you? It goes over your head. That's what it means. That's what it means. Some things in the Hebrew, because it's written in a different language form even, right? It's not clear to you what it means. But it's obvious talking about something you can do by yourself. Where it gets on your naked skin or garment. But you're too thick. You're too sinful. Christ didn't forgive you. You're a sinner going to hell for masturbation. No, you're not. No, you're not. Women too. They can't ride the broom during the Salem witch trials. What you think they're talking about? Don't think that ain't a sexual innuendo. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The witches were riding the broom instead of being with their husband. Okay? Think about what it's saying there, what the girls are saying the women were doing with their brooms. Right. And uptight religious men like you killed them over it. You sick bastards. That's what I mean. The power of Christ compels you. Be like Christ, not the devil. Who's always looking for something bad you're doing and try to insinuate for it. Anyone can play Satan to some innocent woman who's riding her broom when she thinks she's alone and these little girls are peeking at her through the window. See what she up to. God forbid. Poor lady killed over masturbating with the broom. That's what she's doing. No, get real. But you want to kill her over it. You want to burn her at the stake. She's a witch. No, she's not. She's just getting off. Get over yourselves. And you're the one making her the old spinster lady down the road. Can't even find a husband. Might need one now. She got a broom. But it's talking about something more. You know it is. What's she doing with that broom? She's simulating sex with the devil. No one's there with her. You know what they're saying? You know what they're saying. If she ain't having sex with me, she's having sex with the devil? Yeah. She's picturing the devil. Right. She's a succubus, they got male succubus, but I forgot what they call them. Now what that means is the men are sexually repressing themselves with Moses trying to give them liberty about masturbation by yourself. But it goes over their head because their self-righteousness becomes as the righteousness of Satan. Jesus didn't go around preaching righteousness. He preach forgiveness of sin, repentance of making errors in judgment, where you're trying to condemn people for doing innocent things that are harmless by themselves, right? Like masturbation. That's what it really means. That's what it really means. If you read it as a whole. But if you leave that part out, part 1 and part 2 of that passage, yeah, you're gonna go batshit and not even let people masturbate. Right. But if the male can do it by himself and get it on his skin and garment, the woman can't own a room either or whatever. She by herself too. Let's get real now. You want to call her a witch and burn her at the stake over, being by herself. And say if she has been, he went on a long journey or something. What's she supposed to do? At least her room keeping her company, huh? But you don't want to think about it. You want to murder the woman. At least she's keeping it in the family. It's room probably bought by her husband. That's called thinking outside the box when you don't even know what the damn trials are about in the first place. None of it makes sense if there's such a thing as sense. And it started with the young girls accusing women of riding brooms, right? And that the devils were talking to them. Well, wait a minute. If you're hearing the devil too, it's talking to you too, dumbass, right? That's why it says, judge not, lest you be judged. How do you know the devil's talking to her unless you hear the devil too, right? So you're both listening to the devil's what you mean, right? Judge not, lest you be judged, right? They're believing the little girls too, right? Over the women, right? That could be another form of sexual repression of older women to younger women too, right? See, again, they're making the women get up on the rooms and they're probably trying to have sex with the younger women, right? That's the metaphor there too, right? Without saying so. Younger women are getting in line and letting the men be on top too. Another thing about riding the room is the woman has the control of the room, right? That's called woman on top position too, right? And some men don't like that, right? They're so carnal, right? But like I told you, what do you think I think I'm doing? If I lose time, there's a blackout period, right? You can't lose time when you're sitting there doing something, right? And it's within the normal time frame of eating food, right? But what we're talking is I went to see a movie, right? I'm sitting in front of the girl, right? But when I get out the salon, the movie's done started for over an hour. Right, that's the problem. That's how I know I lost the time, right? That's how I know in that salon something more really happened, right? And I see someone racism against me is raising its ugly head. See, because she's trying to do it for her own reasons, right? I don't even know what they were. Whatever it is, I know it's about sex and power and what he wanted her to do by working her underage in the salon in the first place, right? Which is his crime. Did you emancipate her afterwards? No. See, what you're talking about is emancipation, right? A child can emancipate themselves as early as 13, but then what? They have to go to work. There's a price for that emancipation, right? It's not just about, you want to be an adult, you got to start working like an adult, right? That's why they work, again, from that age on, right? If the judge agrees with it, right? that they should be emancipated from their parents, right? Don't think I don't know about that either, what that means, right? Now, like all normal children, I stayed home till I joined the Navy, but worked around where I was at, right? And the last two jobs I had was Roger Wood and, again, Chick-fil-A, right? I mean, crispy chick. Yeah. Right. Now, my problem ain't I'm trying to hurt you, or I'm batshit crazy to try and murder you, or I'm batshit crazy to not know someone's not giving you permission or not to have sex, right? I know all that. I'm not like in the purge either, trying to murder you, rape you, or harm you, right? But what did happen was work related, right? Hearing voices. Now the problem is John prophesied evil towards me, whether he meant to or not, right? My problem ain't what I'm dealing with, the dream itself, right? But what they wrote about the dream. That if you were to have it and read the Bible, you would be just as worried about it as I am, paranoid about it as I am, right? Because, see, I don't know if you're not going to blow up the world because of me either, right? And just use me as an excuse because I think I'm one of the two witnesses, and you think it's about time for the world to end anyway. That's a problem, too. And that's not political. That's religious, because that's what the Bible might be dealing with, is a post-war involving nuclear weapons. Now, I'll show you this basically if I can, right? Let's see. It's gonna fall down, damn it. Sorry. I'm trying to get my light steady enough to hold the phone so it don't fall down. It wants to slip. Right. The phone's too heavy for the source here, right? Right. Right. But anyway, now when you roll an old papyrus together, though, what you did was you started from one end and slowly did it like this to the middle. Then you went to the other end, and then rolled it together to here. Now, when you drop it, watch what it does. Right? It opens up. But what does it look like when it opens up, right? Supposed to be a mushroom cloud, right? Now that's because in Revelations, John talks about the heavens departing as two seals rolled together, right? Now that's what it would be as it's unfolding, right? Right? It goes out to in, out to in. In out and out. Sorry. Let's try it again. Now this is the first time I'm rolling it together, so it ain't gonna be perfect. What it won't. Hardly ever is. But the scrolls in the paper in the center goes up like this. Like